Homelessness is a mark of failure for communities in providing basic security. In New Zealand, the number of people who are without a home has increased significantly over the years, and the situation has reached crisis point. There's no internationally agreed upon definition of homelessness, so it's difficult to make meaningful comparisons. For instance, in New Zealand, homelessness is defined as a living situation where people with no other options to acquire safe and secure housing are without shelter, in temporary accommodation, sharing accommodation with a household, or living in uninhabitable housing. But Japan, who apparently has the smallest number of homeless people, the figure only refers to those people living on the streets or public spaces. Regardless, New Zealand is now known as the country with the highest rate of homeless people amongst all OECD nations.
It's the same for lots of statistics actually. We only get the good quality data with the census, but we don't even know what services are having to deal with. And this year we really want to address that and work with services to get a database and get a reporting mechanism so that we can all have a better idea of what's happening in terms of how many people are homeless, how many people are services like the Salvation Army and other services seeing, and how much demand do they have. All we have to go on is the social housing waiting list, and that is just totally arbitrarily cut off. They just have a certain number of people they accept, and then everyone else, they're just invisible.
Community organisations and charities are stretched thin, having no choice but to turn away those who come desperately looking for help. So, what can we do as an individual and as a society? We all have lives, all have places to be, and things to worry about in life. We can't all be Mother Teresa. And it's so easy to jump to judgmental conclusions about those without a home. But the issues of homelessness are complex. It's important for us to understand who they are and the grim reality of the challenges they face. Last year at Reconnect, we travelled around Europe on a mission to visit and connect with organisations that help vulnerable communities, especially the homeless. We discovered some creative ways communities tackle the problems of their society.
Here on the hotel we are working with people with a refugee background. In other companies we work also with long-term unemployed people, with people who are released from prisons, with disabled people.
Our project was not only to discover warmth, but to share warmth too. Starting with small random acts of kindness, such as giving someone a hand warmer and trying to make conversation with complete strangers. Personally, it was always a huge challenge for me to go from wanting to help someone in need to really helping someone in need. To incorporate that into my daily life was difficult. But during this trip, every little attempt to understand and connect with an individual in need made me realize that it doesn't actually take a whole lot of effort. It doesn't have to be chunks of monetary donations or being deeply involved in charity organisations. It can be much more simple. At Reconnect, we want to help people to take those simple steps in tackling the issues of our society together. So please look out for the videos and projects to come and help us to walk the talk.